All right, so I'm back. We in Zechariah 14 and verse 14. Zechariah 14 and 14. Mark this down. Highlight this. It says, and Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together. Gold. Y'all talk about reparations? Just why you ever received any reparations? Let me read it to you again. And the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together. What's going to be gathered together? Gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. Hear that? In great abundance. Great abundance. And so shall be the plague of the horse and the mule, of the camel and the ass, and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents as this plague. And it shall come to pass, y'all, that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem, Jerusalem is talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, shall even go up from year to year to worship the king. They're going to have to go up year in and year out, every year, to worship the king, the power of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacles. All this would say what? All these nations are going to have to come up every year to keep the feast of tabernacles. That's what you think is not important? You better ask somebody. All these nations, and it shall come to pass, this is the future, in the kingdom, that everyone that is left, gonna be a remnant of all the nations. And you know that these other nations gonna be there. That's why it's important. Y'all better come out of these dang Christian insanities, beliefs and so forth, and come back to this real truth of this Bible. Because it said, it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem, which came against the 12 tribes of Israel, because that's where we from, Jerusalem. We face Jerusalem, where we are in the world, shall even go up from year to year to worship the king. Gonna go up year to year to worship the king. Power of hosts, power of angels, or armies of angels. Let me make it right. And to keep the feast of tabernacles. This every year. All nations gonna come up to keep the feast of tabernacles. Listen, and it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the king, the power of hosts, again, army of angels, even upon them shall be no rain, even upon them shall be no blessings. And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague. Or if the Most High will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the feast of tabernacles. Think it ain't important? You rehearsing now. This shall be the punishment of Egypt, and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the feast of tabernacles. In that day shall there be upon the bells of the horses holiness unto the Most High, holiness unto the Most High, holiness unto the Most High. And the pots in the Most High's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Yeah, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto the Most High, power of hosts, and all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them and see if therein. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite. In that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Most High, power of hosts. Ain't gonna be no more Canaanites. Ain't gonna be no more of them. They finished. Look, Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66. Man, it's going to be a glorious day. Isaiah 66 and 23. And it shall come to pass, this future, that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, said the Most High. We can go up from there. Let's go up to verse 22. He says, for as the new heavens, let you know it's the kingdom. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make. That's the Most High, which the Most High will make. That I is the Most High, which I will make, shall remain before me, said the Most High. So shall your seed, that's our children, our lineage, of your and your name remain. It shall come to pass, future prophecy in the kingdom, that from one new moon, that's the first day of our month, new month, called the new moon, in the kingdom, to another, first day of the month, new moon, to a new moon, and from one Sabbath to another, every 7 days, and every feast day that are Sabbaths, shall all flesh come to worship before me, said the Most High. You see? And they shall go forth. I mean, you see he was rejoicing, right? But they're going to go forth and look upon the carcasses, these dead bodies of the men that have transgressed against me. Now, you think you could tell, you can follow preachers if you want to. That's those men that have sinned against the Most High. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses. I mean, we had a great time. And he leaving us with this. We're going to look at the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me. That's the dead bodies. Remember we say, ain't nobody going, you ain't burying no bodies. We're going to look upon the carcasses of the men. The blood ain't going to be covered up no more. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, for their worms shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be in a whoring unto all flesh. I hate it. Don't hate to see this. If you have a good time, think about it. You have a good time, and only thing about it, you got to understand, it's going to be a different spirit in us, because he told us this. He promised this in Revelation 21, in the kingdom. He says, Revelation 21:4, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying. So, and you seeing this, but you ain't sorrowful, and you ain't crying. Understand this, and this in the kingdom. He gonna wipe away every tear from eyes. No more tear ducts. Ain't no crying no more. Ain't no feeling all these feelings that you have in these emotions in this world, this wicked world that we in now. You better enjoy it if that's what you're about, because it's gonna be finished for all us that's making it to the kingdom. Most High will. The Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain for the ones that make it of the 12 tribes of Israel. 1/3 that we just read about. Neither shall there be no more pain, for the former things are passed away. Man. Better understand, overstand, man. Don't that sound great? I want to read it again. No more pain, no more sorrow, no more crying. You ain't got to deal with no more counseling. People all of us dealing with all the things that we dealing with as individuals, man. It's going to be beautiful. Listen, the Most High shall. That's why it's worth it to do what you can do, whatever it takes to make it to the kingdom and endure to the end. Listen, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, no more dying. I mean, you're going to live forever and ever and ever. No more death. Neither sorrow. You're never going to be sad again, nor crying. That's why I said we're going to see them dead carcasses. We ain't going to be crying. We ain't going to be sad. Because you ain't going to be no more sorrow, nor crying. Neither shall there be any more pain. No more pain. You got to feel no more pain. for the former things are passed away. Man. And he that sat up on the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. Hallelujah. That's right, man. Woo. You can't ask for more. 1 Corinthians 15. First Corinthians 15. Man, that's gonna be beautiful, man. I love that gold. First Corinthians 15 and 50. Now this I say, brethren, Israelites, that flesh and blood, these bodies we in now, cannot, I repeat, cannot inherit, Salakia, the kingdom of the Most High. Neither does corruption, you evil people, you children of the devil, inherit incorruption. You're going to inherit corruption, in other words. Why it's worth it to try your best to do what the Most High would have us to do, to make it. Behold, I show you a mystery. This is a secret, something that's unknown. We shall not all sleep. Everybody's not going to die. But we shall all be changed. We're going to all be changed. In a moment, he said in a moment, in the twinkling of the eye, fast as you could blink your eyes. At the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. That judgment gonna be for them is incorruptible. Not everyone, but the ones that he gonna raise from the dead gonna be incorruptible. And we shall be changed. For this corruptible man, or this corruptible body, this mortal body that we in, must put on incorruption. Must put on immortality, incorruption, everlasting life. Live forever. For this corruptible must put on incorruption. And this mortal body that we in must put on immortality, living forever and ever and ever. So when this corruptible, this mortal body that we in now, fleshly body, shall have put on incorruption, this body that the Most High have for us, that's incorruptible, we gonna put on incorruption, and this mortal, this fleshly body that we in now shall have put on immortality, everlasting life, then shall be brought to pass the same that is written. Death is swallowed up in victory. No more death. Immortality. Hebrews 11 and 9. Hebrews 11 and 9. 11th chapter, 9th verse. Don't that sound great? You got an opportunity to live forever and ever and ever. Never death is swallowed up. Never to die again. Listen. By faith, Hebrews 11 and 9. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise. Let's read verse 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should have to receive for an inheritance, obeyed. Obedience is very important. He obeyed. Our forefather Abraham obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. Didn't know where he was going. He said, you got to go. Like a lot of people don't understand a lot of things. They like, What happened? What happened? Why did just, everything got to be, y'all a bunch of, what I can say, robots and robots. Everything's got to be the same, over and over and over again. Things change. You know what the Most High gonna do? Things have changed on you. You look around you, everything. At least I'm not a robot. I ain't a robot to you. I might do anything. Don't say I'm gonna do the same thing over and over and over again. I'm necessarily not gonna do that. Abraham, when he was called, he didn't know where he was going. He went. By faith, Abraham, when he was called, Most High called him to go out into a place which he should, after receive for an inheritance, obeyed the Most High. And he went out, not knowing whither he went, didn't know where he was going. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob. See, like we dealing with Feast of Tabernacles, he dwelled in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob. That's something Abraham got a chance to enjoy Isaac, his son, and Jacob. The heirs with him are the same promise. So then you know that Abraham had Ishmael first, but the promise was not given to Ishmael. And Isaac had Esau first, but the promise was not given to Esau. It was given to Isaac and Jacob. Look, real quick. Romans 9:3. This really counts as out being a spiritual Israelite. I don't know where to get that from. So when I fill out my application, I'm gonna fill out. I'm a spiritual Chinese, huh? Yeah, right. But I mean, that's how. I mean, we just finished, man. As far as our mentality of thinking, and when it come down to open up the Bible, and I don't say open up the Bible. Y'all open up the Bible to really open it up to understand what it's talking about. But just calling yourself, Christian sanities, then y'all dealing with confusion. Most High not the author of confusion. This is clear. The promise was given. He just said the promises to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. That's the Most High's name forever, and memorial to all generations. He said, my name is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said, this is my name forever, memorial to all generations. He gave them the promises. Here it is right here. Paul said it. Romans 9, we'll start at verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashayach for my brethren. Those are Israelites. He told you in Romans 11 that he's an Israelite, of the tribe of Benjamin, of the seed of Abraham. My kinsmen, his family members, according to the flesh. You don't know what your flesh is? Pitch yourself. That's your flesh right in your skin. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the fervence of the Most High, and the promises. Promises not to everybody. Whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh, not the spirit, the flesh, Christ came. Mashayach Yahawashi came, who is over all, the Most High, blessed forever. That's not his name. Elimination of that. So you see, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are the heirs of promise. And Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? Look at Matthew 25. And 31. Matthew 25 and 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him, Mashayach Yahawashi, this is him telling the story. Before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. Understand this. So he's not about integration. Why, if everybody could be together, why would he say he's going to separate all the nations as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats, if everybody was supposed to be together? And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Understand this. So he said in Matthew 15:24, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he only came for the 12 tribes of Israel. And we already read where it's going to be 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel that's going to make it through the fire, through this word, and through that tribulation that's coming on this earth. In our affliction, we're going to seek the Most High early. That's going to make it through, going to endure unto the end to be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. He's going to set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. You see? Just like when you look at going back, let's go back to the law. When the Most High gave all the nations their land. The Most High gave you your land. All the nations. See what he did. Deuteronomy 32:8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance. See, divided to the nations their inheritance. Their inheritance is the places where you're going to live at. But he divided to the nations. Everybody wasn't together like it is now. That's why he's coming back to separate the sheep from the goats. And when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, their lands that they're going to live on, when he separated, see, he didn't integrate, he separated the sons of Adam. That's what Mashayach Yahawashi said he's going to do when he come back. He separated the sons of Adam. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. So he gave Israelites their, you can look at the back of the maps. He gave Israelites their land, then he gave the other nations their land. Understand this. But the Most High ruling the kingdom of men. He just like, allowing you to do what you're doing for a certain dispensation of time. But look, let me show you. See here? See that map? Can you see that? You see all the 12 tribes' land, and you see the other nations' lands. See it right there? You see that those are the lands of Israel that he gave us. The tribes. And he gave the other nations their lands. That's what he's saying. That's what Mashayach Yahawashi is saying. He's gonna separate everybody. He's not it's not about integration. No. He's not. See, that's why the world is twisted, contrary to him. Listen. Deuteronomy 32:8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, their lands. When he separated the sons of Adam, he put everybody together. He separated everybody. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. They got their land once the Most High gave the children of Israel their land. For the Most High's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. You see? Look at Ecclesiastes 17:17. Ecclesiastes 17:17. For in the divisions, again, of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. But Israel is the Most High's portion. Over and over again. Israel is the Most High's portion. So when the Mashayach Yahawashi, when he come back, he going to separate all the nations, one from another, as a shepherd divided the sheep from the goats, right? That's why the Most High told us this in Revelations 18:4. He said, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, 12 tribes of Israel. Why? That ye be not partakers of her sins. Let's define sin. 1 John 3:4. 1 John 3:4. Define sin. That you be not partakers of her sins. What is sin? 1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin, S-I-N, transgresses also the law. That's the law that the Most High wrote with his finger. For sin is the transgression of the law. The laws of the Most High. That's why he's telling us. Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. You better find out what's right and wrong. See, it's the mindset here. See, y'all got the mindset of how they have, well, I'll just show you in this chapter. It is right here. He said that you be not partakers of her sins. The things that they are doing to breaking the Most High's laws, statute, commandments. And that you receive not of her plagues. This place being plagued, y'all. That you receive not of her plagues. You want to follow the way of this world. That's why Most High said, look, it's their world, man. It ain't our world, it's their world. James 4 and 4. James 4 and 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, you that are adulterers against the Most High's law, statutes, commandments against him, and you adulteresses, you men and women that are against the Most High's rules and regulations, laws, statutes, commandments, know ye not, because this is all you have, is the world. That the friendship of the world, the friendship of this world, and the sins and the plagues that's coming on this earth is enmity with the Most High, make you at war with the Most High. Whosoever therefore shall be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. That's what Mashayach Yahawashi said. You're going to separate the sheep from the goats, man. Because you got the same mindset of this world. That's why he say, how he got you all chapped up. Revelation 18 and 23, the last sentence says what? For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. See, they lied to you, man. Better understand. That's why I tell you in Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, you that live on this earth, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Destruction to the inhabitants of the earth, the people of the earth, and of the sea, those out in the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Why? Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Look. Verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him, right here on this earth right now, walking around in three-piece suits and got you watching social media, got you watching TV, magazines, newspaper, everything, right here on this earth. What are you talking about? Ain't no dang demon coming from under the earth with no red suit on. Y'all better get that red pitchfork. You better understand, man. You got these devils right here on the earth, man. Looking right at you every day. You coming down on who? Verse 17, the dragon was wrought with the woman who represents the 12 tribes of Israel, and which to make war with the remnant, that's that 1/3 we read about in Zechariah, of her seed. You see? Which keep the commandments of the Most High. Is that why these preachers and these dang on Christian Saturday churches is not telling you that you're under the commandments of the Most High? You think you're going to escape this? No. He already told you 2/3 of y'all going to be put to death. Why? Because you don't come back to the Most High's commandments. But see, hey, it says, the dragon was wrought with the woman, that's the devil, the serpent, the Satan, the beast, all of them. Esau, all of them. And 2/3 of our people, children of the devil. It says, and the dragon was wrought with the woman, the children of Israel, certainly the 1/3, listen, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. He knew he got a short time coming off much wrath. You know, they want to maintain their kingdom. Because we got next forever and ever. Now, we done read about how we're going to be changed into immortality. These mortal bodies going to be changed. We done heard that tonight, haven't you? That's what's promised to us. Unless you don't want it, you're going to die with him. That's why it says we'll separate the sheep from the goats. And they're going to come against the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of a Mashayach Yahawashi. Understand this. But Most High got his hand in this. Don't forget about the Most High. Listen. 2nd Ezra 16, all praise the Most High. When you turn the Bible and go right to it, you know that's the Most High. 2nd Ezra 16, listen. Verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Most High. That's us that keep the commandments of the Most High. They shall be like madmen, sparing none. They're going to be sparing none of us. So as Most High said, going to be martyrs. But still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Most High. For they shall waste and take away their goods. I mean, they'll be robbing people and cast them out of their houses. Casting them out of their houses. Then shall they be known. Understand this. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, ye my beloved, said the Most High. And the beloved, the children of Israel, you know that. Oh, wow. All praise the Most High. When you turn these pages, go right to where you talk about giving answers. Baruch 3:36. All praise the Most High. It said, ye have found out all the way of knowledge, and have given it unto Jacob. Jacob was our forefather, his servant. And to Israel, who we are, the Israelites, his beloved. You see? So when you see these words, it's defining itself in the Bible. So when you go back here to 2nd Ezra 16, and it reads verse 74, said, hear, listen, pay attention, O ye my beloved, O Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel, said the Most High, behold, the days of trouble are at hand. Jacob's trouble are at hand, he said, but I will deliver you from the same. Say, be ye not afraid. So don't get a spirit of fear. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared, neither doubt. That's why you gotta have faith in the Most High. For the Most High is your guide. That's powerful. If you believe it, or you're gonna fall short with everybody else. The Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments. Who the devil coming against? Who the devil say he coming against? Who the dragon say he coming against? Who the serpent say he coming against? Who Satan say he coming against? Listen, Revelation 12:17, the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and had a testimony of Mashayach Yahawashi. What does the scripture say? 2nd Ezra 16, verse 76. And the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Most High Power, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Woe unto them that are bound with their sins. Destruction unto you that's bound with your sins and covered with their iniquities. Like as a field is covered over with bushes, and the plant path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. He's screaming at you, man. We all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High. You can't even count yourself as one of the righteous. We can't count ourselves as one of the righteous. It is left undressed and is cast into the fire to be consumed therewith. Understand those things, man. You better be ready. You better be ready. So Mashayach Yahawashi, he gonna shut the sheep on his right hand and the goats on the left. Now last I read, Daniel's 8:21. I believe that's what I want. Daniel's 8:21 says, and the rough goat is the king of Grecia, and the great horn is that is between his eyes is the first king. That's Antiochus Epiphanes, not Antiochus Epiphanes, that wicked sucker. Alexander the Greek, which is in First Maccabees, the first chapter in the Bible, their history. First Maccabees, the first chapter. Why he's going to set the sheep on his right hand and the goats on the left. And it happened. First book of the Maccabees. This is in between Malachi and Matthew, the Greek Empire. Because when you get to Matthew, you're in the Roman Empire. This is the Greek Empire. It tell you that the Greeks took down the Persian and Median Empire right in the Bible. Like you learn in history, you learn about Alexander the Greek. Here he is in the Bible. Because he had to be there because he was here before Mashayach Yahawashi. Look. The first book of the Maccabees says, First Maccabees 1:1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persian and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece. See? The first over Greece. That's why Mashayach say you're going to set. That's the first. That's the one you read in Daniel's 8:21, speaking of him. But if you don't know his story, you learn his story. It's just you can't put Alexander the Greek here, as I just put him right there in the Bible. They took the Apocrypha out, the 14 books out of the Bible. You can't put him there, then you don't know what it's talking about. And the rough goat is the king of Greece, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king. That great horn, the first, is the great power. Horn means power. That is between his eyes is the first king. The first king of the Greeks were who? We just read about him. Alexander the Greek. You learn about that in Esau's curriculum now, in the school system. See? So, when you look at, back to what Mashayach Yahawashi was saying in Matthew 25:31, I'm just about finished. He said, when the Son of Man, who was Mashayach Yahawashi, shall come, he's not coming like a man, he's coming in his angelic power, in his glory. That's his angelic power of his glory that's from the Most High, and all the holy angels with him. Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Right? Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, 1/3, mind you, come ye blessed of my Father. Inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. See, the kingdom was prepared for the 12 tribes of Israel from the foundation of the world, man. Look. Look at 2 Ezra 7 and 10. Let's start at verse 10. 2 Ezra 7 and 10. And I said, it is so, Master. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel portion. Listen, because for their sakes, for the 12 tribes of Israel's sake, he said, I made the world. Because for their sakes, I made the world. He made the whole world for our sake. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then you know that the Most High had laws, statutes, and commandments. Then was decreed that now was done, that we die. Everybody died. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. There are but few and evil, full of perils, dangers, and very painful. Listen, for the entrance of the elder world were wide and sure. When he gave Adam the laws, it was wide and sure. Everybody obeyed. And brought immortal fruit. You hear that? Then you know that Adam and the Adamites had immortality. All they had to do was continue to keep the commandments of the Most High and eat of the tree of life. That tree of life was immortality. Living forever. Just like it is now. Most High say, all you need is me. He said, all you need is me. You don't need to follow nobody else. But we choose to follow the way of the heathen. That's why Mashayach Yahawashi going to separate the sheep from the goats. He's going to put the sheep on his right hand and the goats on the left. He said the kingdom was prepared for the 12 tribes of Israel from the foundation of the world. That's why I tell you in Isaiah 13. Better hear the word of the Most High. Isaiah 13 and 14. Isaiah 13 and 14 said, it shall be as a chased roe. They're gonna be like a chased deer, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. Ain't nobody gonna want to be bothered. When this judgment comes down, ain't nobody gonna be bothered with them. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Everybody's going back to their own land. Every one that is found shall be thrust through. Everyone that's found gonna be killed, thrust through. And every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That's why he's separating everybody when he come back, making me something different. This is what he's telling you. He's gonna put the sheep on his right hand and the goats on the left. Those, I guess he already told you, come out of the mindset. If you are this world, you at war with the Most High. You are this world, you think of this world, you are the enemy of the Most High. He said, hey, what are you going to do to those on the left hand? Matthew 25:41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, the goats, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. We just read about the devil and his angels in Revelation 12 and 9, didn't we? They're going to be what? Cast into everlasting fire that's prepared for the devil and his angels. Verse 46, and these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. That's why he said, look, you gotta understand, man, 2 Ezra 8 and 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved. There be many created, but few gonna be saved. That's why we have opportunity. If we have this opportunity, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. And let's enjoy ourselves with the means that we have to be able to keep the feast and enjoying it. You know I went into prophecy, but it still should allow you to feel good if you really trying your best to do what the Most High tells us to do. And with that I say, Krum Most High, Krum Mashayach Yahawashi, and Krum Yasharallah, and I'm out. Shalom.